Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. It's Vinny here from Vinny's Homebrew Emporium. Just doing a mash. So the special ingredient brew that we always do at the start of every month, and the ingredient we got was Weet-bix. So because of that, I'm making a stout. So instead of, like an oatmeal stout, we're going with a Weet-bix Stout. So I think, reading from the pack, Weet-bix is basically like flaked wheat. So I've got, the mash is already set. It's actually been going for a wee while. I actually forgot about the Weet-bix. But this 9 Weet-bix, regular breakfast for an all black. That's 150 grams. I was going to put 300 grams in it, but it seems an awful lot. So I might crush these, get them into the mash, stir them in, see where we're at, and then maybe add another 150. So my thoughts on this one, back in there, was that because of all the starches that they're probably going to add, one, it'll give the stout a real nice mouthfeel, or should do. But it also will add a lot of unfermentables because of that flaked wheat. So I also thought the idea is to brew 21 litres like we normally would, and then split 11 litres into a small carboy and add some Brett to it, and try and get like a slightly funky stout as well. So that's the plan. So I'll get crushing these things in, and then I'll show you what we're doing, and then see where we're at. It smells good. For those that are listening in England or watching from England, it's Weet-bix. So they call it Weet-bix here, so don't get confused if you're doing this recipe. Yeah, so they seem to go alright there, so hopefully it doesn't gum it up too much, because as you know, when you leave Weet-bix too long, it just all goes soggy and weird. Just blonde. So, in the mash, we have 2 kg of Gladfield Ale, 2 kg of Munich, Gladfield Munich, half a kilo of Craft Special 2, 250 grams of the roasted wheat, and 250 grams of dark crystal. Now, the reason I've gone for the roasted wheat and the Carafa Special is to not have that real astringency you can get from the husk malt. So both of those are sort of like, don't really have much of a husk, so they give you, whilst they still give you the chocolate and the roasted character, they won't give as much astringency as those straight sort of chocolate and roasted barley. And that's because when using Brett with these sort of malts, the Brett will really accent all the sharpness, because I'm going to add a little bit of lacto. That sharpness will really bring that stringency through. So I'm trying to sort of minimise that by adjusting the malt. And then we're going to boil up with some Southern Cross, probably just about 25 grams at the start, and then just boil and ferment out with the Newcastle Dark Ale yeast from Mangrove Jacks, which is, if you've ever used it, it goes absolutely nuts after about a day. So once it's done its lag time, the next day, man, it just goes crazy. So we have to sort of keep an eye on that, set a blow-off tube, because it's going to go in a pet carboy. And the idea again with that, because the original non-breaded stout will be like a nice, real smooth, hopefully, the idea is to be a smooth, easy drinking, real moorish stout, because the Newcastle will leave it quite high, like the final gravity quite high. But again, for the Brett thing, that's good, because it'll leave the Brett loads of sugars to chew on, and they'll crack into it and dry it right out. So I think just playing around with this, and if the original stout will be about 5-ish%, but the Bretted one will probably end up about 6.5, 7, because the Brett will just carry on eating those sugars. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how it goes. So we'll go from there. Alright, catch you in a minute. So we're just starting the sparge now. It's a wee bit slow, which is possibly down to all the Weet-bix that went into it. I actually mashed. I was just checking my date stamps on my videos. I actually mashed probably for a good half an hour before actually putting the Weet-bix in. So I think it was pretty clear when it went in. So probably full conversions happened, which is good. So I don't have any problems with stuck sparge, affecting my my gravities. But yeah, it's just taking a wee while. You can see it's not moving down too fast, but it will do eventually. It smells pretty good. You can see it's nice and clear. You can see the screen underneath it. But yeah, it's got all those lovely aromatics you want from a nice stout. So I'll carry on with this, and I'll see you in the boil, maybe. Dope! I got busy trying to do this. My pH, which is sort of hovered between 5.9 and 6.1, but I think the buffering solution is buggered, so I need to get some more. So it's sort of splattered around a bit. Sneaked up on me, it did. Oh, hopefully it doesn't hurt the head retention. But it's boiling away nicely now. We'll give it a few more minutes. Chuck the Southern Cross in. We've got 25 grams of that, and then wait and cool it down and pitch. And that will be it. We'll show you later in the fermenter. Oh yeah, so while that's boiling, we're doing this. So this was a keg of ginger beer that was fermented with saison yeast. So trouble is the ginger and the saison yeast didn't quite sort of marry up very nicely. So what I've done is tried to degas it. I've warmed it up to whatever the temperature was in there, 18 degrees. And we're currently just siphoning it down into here. At which point we're going to add this beer cell, which is a Brett strains. There, easier. Brett strains from the Yeast Bay. So I've got a few of those that are coming up to expiry. So the plan is I'm going to use this one on that. And then probably next week at some point I'm going to do a big batch of just sort of pale ale wort from the Grainfather and pitch. I've got 3 different sort of Brett strain ones to use, so I'll pitch into like 5-gallon carboys and just do 100% fermented Brett. 1 to see, get 3 different types of pale ale that way, but 2 because then I can keep the bugs sort of going. And if any of them show some promise, then we've got them as sort of like a store. So I'll probably get some. I might get some riggers or some 250ml growler type. 2.5 litre growler type things with bungs, and sort of just keep topping them up to keep these going. And do that way. So should be good fun. All right. So as you can see, we've ended up. Obviously, it's only a 19 litre keg, and we'd add a bit of it. So I'm this far short, so what's that, probably a good 7 or 8 litres. So what I might do next week when I do that brew up, I'll pitch the Brett in now, because I might as well, and then when we do that beer, we'll just add a bit more into this, top it up to up to here somewhere, so there's less space. Rightio, we've officially made a right old mess. I boiled over twice today, so I've got some tidying to do, but we have in here this lovely looking stout with its blow off tube attached. So the tube goes up down into my beautiful, I should move the ground. So tomorrow I'm guessing there'll be a bit of activity, and the day after it will be flowing out everywhere. That's my prediction, so we'll see if it comes true. So here it is. If you can see in there, we go. Lots of yeast activity, the old krausen, and luckily we put this on because I don't know if you can even hear it. It's fermenting beautifully. So this is the morning after, so I pitched at what, 4 o'clock last night, and it's 9 o'clock now, so it's pretty quick. Yeah, so that was our Weet-bix Stout brew day. It went pretty well, apart from the slight boiling over issues. And it's fermented out pretty well. We had to clean the jug out. Oh, the initial blow-off thing wasn't quite cut up for the job. That filled that up twice, and so I changed it to a 3-litre jug, and it filled that up again. So the yeast just kept coming. It's a good old yeast, that one. You got to watch it. You got to keep it sort of moving and move the temperature a bit quicker than you would another yeast. Just because it seems to flocculate a bit early, like some British yeasts tend to. So yeah, that's almost ready to be split up and bugs added and all the rest of it. So that'll hopefully be on my next video. What else is going on? So for those that follow me in Facebook land, I guess, you will know that as of, was it 3 weeks ago, start of this month on the 4th, we started our first commercial beer. So Emporium Brewing is the label, and it'll be out in the bars very soon. We've got a launch date of the 11th of July at Pomeroy's in Christchurch. So it'll be on, hopefully on the hand pump and the regular old keg, and it's biscuity bitter. And it was even the brew day, or 2-3 months ago, when I was starting my brew day in the laundry. As I was doing the test batch, so you can always go through and see how it went. And I think for me, as a home brewer that's moving into the contract brewing world, I don't mind sharing recipes and all the rest of it. So you'll probably get to see a lot of the test batches, and I'll try and get a bit of footage of the main brew days as well, down at Stainless Brewing, and we'll go from there. But yeah, exciting times, and hopefully you'll see it if you're in New Zealand, you'll get to try my beers out there in the big wide world. So yeah, that's probably all I've got to say this week. Enjoy what you're doing out there. Please subscribe, and comment below. We're almost up to 200 subscribers, so I think once we get there, we'll do another mini comp, and keep it moving. So cheers for all for watching, and see you soon.